APEC multi-year project on strengthening public-private partnership to reduce food losses in the supply chain. The UN FAO estimates that 1.3 billion tons of food, or 1/3 of all food produced, is lost or wasted every year.
To reduce these losses and waste, the US, EU, UK, France, and other economies around the world have set up public and private sector programs to tackle the problem.
To address food losses and waste in the Asia-Pacific region, APEC in 2013 commissioned a multi-year action plan, which has been built on 3 pillars. 1. A quantitative methodology to measure losses and waste. 2. A platform to share relevant best practices and policies, especially public-private partnerships. And 3. Capacity-building seminars and expert consultations. To define the shape and scale of the problem, the first pillar is based on the UN FAO definition of food losses as the decrease in quantity or quality of food, and food waste as the discarding or non-food use of food fit for human consumption. Losses and waste at each stage of the supply chain consume water, oil, land, and other natural resources, contributing directly to environmental degradation, driving up consumer prices, and weakening food security, with total estimated economic costs in the trillions of US dollars. To address these losses, a group of international experts have joined together to refine the plan's measurement model for different products and economies, revealing that in APEC, losses and waste of vegetables and fruits are close to 50%, with fish and seafood just behind. Assessments have also identified the parts of the supply chain where losses are proportionally higher for given products, allowing for more targeted solutions. Pillar 2 of the multi-year plan is a platform dedicated to providing stakeholders with details of best practice projects and policies on reducing food losses and waste. The platform covers innovative technologies to reduce losses of grains during storage, how to use discarded vegetables in value-added products, storage and packaging to reduce rotting and mold, efficient production and processing of meat and eggs, and integrated cold chain systems for fish and other products. The APEC Flows platform also brings together best practices from member economies, including storage and supply systems in China, a donation network in Peru,
and a public awareness campaign in Vietnam targeting consumer waste. As for Chinese Taipei, a food bank logistics alliance has collected thousands of crates of surplus tilapia and distributed them through a cold chain network to rural towns, charities, and others in need.
With the Alliance of Taiwan Food Banks as a public nonprofit organization, this was a collaboration between government, business, and the public. As part of the third pillar of this multi-year plan, a series of capacity-building seminars and expert consultations have brought together representatives from across government, business, and academia. Chinese Taipei hosted the first seminar in 2013, focused on grains,
before APEC members at SOM 3 in 2014 approved the Food Security Roadmap towards 2020, setting a regional goal to cut food losses and waste by an average of 10% by 2020.
China followed up with a seminar on fruits and vegetables later in 2014, and an expert consultation on fisheries and livestock followed in 2015 in Taipei, with a seminar later that year in the Philippines focusing on practical solutions in the sector. In 2016, Taipei hosted a consultation on waste at the retail and consumer levels, and Peru followed up with a workshop on public-private collaboration. This past year, experts met in Taipei to discuss assessment methods for all agricultural products, and a workshop in Canta highlighted effective partnerships as well as future directions for cross-Fora cooperation. In 2017, our economies met the goal we set 3 years earlier to cut food losses and waste by 10%. Now we must unite behind a vision to tackle UN Sustainable Development Goal 12.3 of halving per capita retail and consumer food waste by 2030, and further reducing losses along the supply chain. Let us use this dialogue to take a step toward meeting this ambitious yet crucial goal, and put our hard work of the past 5 years into an initiative that can secure our economy's supply chains, environmental health, and food security for the next decade and beyond.